Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, Alicia Runs and Reads. I am going to be talking about Summerween today. Summerween, if you didn't know, is a readathon hosted by Gabby Reads. I think it's been for the last, I think this is year 6, could be 7, but I think it's year 6. I have this shirt on for the readathon that I got from her merch drop, and we're just going to be talking about a little TBR today. So I have a pile of books. I'm not going to read them all, obviously. This readathon is only a week, but I have a pile that I'm going to consider. I think I might be choosing them randomly. I'm going to vlog the week, see how it all pans out, see how it all goes. And yeah, so without further ado, we will go through some of the books I'm considering reading. The first one is Fan Service. Now, you're thinking, that's not horror. No, it's not. It is a romance. It's a paranormal romance between a girl who's a big fan and works on this TV show, I think, and she's a big fan of it as well. And then the main actor who thinks maybe he's slowly turning into a werewolf. The reason I put this on my possible TBR is because Gabby really liked this one. Because it's her readathon, I thought I would add it on there if I need a little break from the horror. I have some novellas or shorter novels here. With any readathon, it's always good to have a few of those. I have Crypt of the Moon Spider, which I've been wanting to read, and this is about, it's in a world back in the day, but for some reason we have already been to space and there are colonies on the moon. And there's this woman who's experiencing lots of depression and mental illness, so her husband sends her there to get this moon spider treatment where the spiders weave webs in your brain that's supposed to cure you. It's horror, so I'm sure it doesn't go well. And this is one I've been wanting to read for a while, and it's super short, and I'm excited to get to this one possibly. I have The Need by Helen Phillips. I've had this for a while. It has really bad reviews on Goodreads about Sarah from Wicked Reading, who I have a lot in common with sometimes when it comes to, either we agree or we highly disagree. It just depends. And she really liked this one, and I had it on my shelves, so I thought I might give it a try. Home alone with her 2 young children, hears footsteps in the living room. She tries to convince herself that it's sleep deprivation. She's been hearing things these days, startling at loud noises, imagining the worst case scenario is what mothers do. She knows, but then the footsteps come again, and she's catches a glimpse of movement. Suddenly, Molly finds herself face to face with an intruder who knows far too much about her and her family. Sounds interesting. So we'll see where I land on that. I have Like Jagged Teeth by Betty Rocksteady. Is that a pen name? And this is, I'm not even sure what this is about. Picked this up from the used bookstore. Either that or I picked it up on Pango because I needed like a little bit more money to get free shipping. It says, the guys following her home are bad enough, but when Jacqueline's papa comes to the rescue, things only get worse. After all, he's been dead for 6 years. I think this one might be extreme horror. I'm not quite sure, but I'm going to try it. Chapter 1, Line 1. They were definitely following her. I have Mapping the Interior. This is Stephen Graham Jones I haven't gotten to yet, and of course I want to read it. This is another one that's grief horror, I believe. Horrifying inward-looking novella. Mac delves into the characters' conflicted feelings toward their ancestry, haunted as they are by the ghost of their father whose death severed their ties to the reservation. Walking through his own house that night, a 15-year-old thinks he sees a person in full Blackfeet regalia step through the doorway instead of the people who could be there, his mother or his brother. The figure reminds him of the long-gone father who died mysteriously before his family left the reservation. When he follows it, he discovers his house is bigger and deeper than he knew. Very House of Lazy. This one's a little bit longer, but still under 300 pages. This is House of Idol, but Delilah S. Dawson. I haven't read this one yet. It wasn't one that I was like super duper interested in because of the premise of it, but I still wanted to give it a shot since I liked Delilah S. Dawson's other works. Yeah, oh yeah, a struggling singer. That's why I kind of wrote it off at first. Joins an experimental luxury compound sponsored by the most famous band in the world. With her every need accommodated, she finally has the time and space to perfect her music. But this paradise has a haunted underbelly, heralded by screaming horses, mysterious figures in the night, and dreams too twisted to be real. Interesting. I think this one got mixed reviews, but I want to try it out still. And then I have some longer ones. I have House of Hunger by Alexis Henderson. This is a vampire story, and it's one I've been wanting to get to. I've liked The Year of the Witching from Alexis Henderson, so I wanted to give this one a shot. It's about a woman who is drawn into the upper echelons of society where blood is power in the dark, enthralling gothic novel from the author of The Year of the Witching. She ends up becoming a blood maid to the notorious House of Hunger. There, Marion is swept into a world of debauchery. I've been wanting to read that one forever, so maybe I'll get to it. We'll see. I have Head Full of Ghosts by Paul Tremblay, which I've been wanting to read forever and I just haven't gotten to. Paul Tremblay's new book comes out today. Actually, I have to go pick that one up from the bookstore in a bit, and I thought maybe I'd get to this one either before or after I get to that one. Maybe I should make myself read this one first before I can get to that one, but I also have access to this on audio, so maybe I could do this one on audio and do that one physically. I have to go pick that one up. Dead Dreaming of Electric Sheep is also on this TBR. I just don't have it in my possession yet, but I have to go pick that up soon. And I also hopefully will be meeting Paul Tremblay next week. About an hour away, he's going to be at a Barnes & Noble, so I might go check that out since he is one I really love. Horror movie? Yes, horror movie from him. And I also like the Paul Bears Club as well. Oh, I forgot this novella, Blanky by Keelan Patrick Burke. He wrote Sour Candy? Sour Candy. I was right the first time. And I liked that one, so I picked this one up from the used bookstore when I saw it for $4 to see if I would like it. I think it's Zombie Baby. So it's grief horror because he loses his infant daughter. The presence of Blanky in his dead daughter's room heralds nothing short of an unspeakable nightmare that threatens to take away what little light remains in Steve's shattered world because he buried her with it. Oh, so he buried his daughter's Blanky with her when she passed away, but then he finds it in her old room. So yeah, that would be creepy. The Hitchcock Hotel, I think, is more of a thriller, but I've had it on my shelves for a while, so I thought I would pick it up maybe for Summerween. We'll see. So it's a hotel, I believe, run by someone who's a big Hitchcock fan, and then someone, like, it's like themed, Hitchcock themed, and then people start dying, I think. I'm not exactly sure what this one is about. It's by Victor Lavelle, The Devil in Silver. I know there is a mental health hospital, and a man kind of gets unfairly incarcerated in one. He's not mentally ill, but that doesn't seem to matter. He's accused of a crime he can't quite square with his memory. But then I guess he is visited by a dark creature with the body of an old man and the head of a bison who nearly kills him. Before being hustled away by the hospital staff, it's no delusion, the other patients confirm that hungry devil roams the hallways when the sun goes down. I read The Ballad of Black Tom by Victor Lavelle, and I want to read more of his books. This one's a longer one, but it is a library book that needs to get read, so maybe I'll get to it, maybe I won't. Obviously, I'm not going to get to all of these. They're just options for the week, and I think I might pick randomly, but I haven't decided yet. Maybe I'll pick like 2 and then have to pick between those 2. I don't know. The Black Farm by Elias Winthrow is a veering on extreme horror book about 2 people who commit suicide, and then instead of nothingness or afterlife that they hope will relieve them of their worldly troubles, they are put in a situation where they're being hunted, separated, they're not even together, and hunted by and tortured by these pig people or something. A couple more possibilities. Honeysuckle by Barford Mantell, about it's kind of like a fantasy horror-ish Frankenstein-y story. In this world there is magic, and a sister makes a plant person for her brother, and as he grows they reform her into a more grown-up version, and it's their relationship and bodily autonomy and choice and all of those things, and he gets creepy, I think. So yeah, that's a possibility. And last but not least, Wolf Woman by T. Kingfisher. Still haven't gotten to this one, or her other newer release with the chicken on it. What's that one called? I can't remember. Maybe it'll come to me. But anyways, a possibility is Wolf Woman by T. Kingfisher. This is a bug horror. There is a woman, and she's a bug scientific illustrator. She gets offered a position illustrating a vast collection of insects. She's excited about it, so she goes to North Carolina. But once there, she encounters dark happenings in the Carolina woods, and even darker questions. What happened to her predecessor? Why are animals acting so strangely? And what is behind the peculiar local whispers about blood thieves? Heard good things. So that's the last one. So lots of books that I'm hoping to at least give a shot for Summerween. Obviously, I'm not going to read all of those. That would be ridiculous. But I'm going to read a few. Anyway, we'll see what I get up to. I will be vlogging. I don't know how often I will be putting out, how many vlogs I'll be putting out. It could be just one. It could be daily. Who knows? Who knows what I'll get up to? It's a mystery. Anyway, I hope you're participating in Summerween. It's one of my favorites. I love Halloween. I love spooky stuff. I got some of my spooky stuff out already. This guy lives full time on my chair. And I also got some of my other stuff out. So it's an exciting time in the book community. And please like, subscribe, comment down below if you want more from me. And I will see you next time.